I'm not the greatest at ironing big projects, but I have some tips. I've said it before, I'll say it again, you cannot do a big project without masking tape. Here I am using 2-inch masking tape, making sure not to layer the tape over itself too much. Making sure to leave a little bit of space at the ends of the tape too. Right here I'm breaking out my handy dandy dog brush, scraping out as much air as possible before poking holes into each bead. Yes, you heard me correctly, each bead. This part is very tedious, even more tedious than putting each bead on each peg, but it is worth it. You'll want to make sure to hold down one side because it may come up and you'll get a mess like this. But don't worry, don't fix it, just flip it over and fix it afterwards. That is one of the masking tape superpowers, is that you can just fix it later. If you try to fix it while it's still flipped over on the other side, you're just going to cause yourself more pain. Right here I am ironing the paper down that I'm going to be using with 265 Fahrenheit for 15 seconds on each paper. This is important so you don't have any wrinkles on your finished project. Once you've made sure that your surface is flat, you've got your unwrinkled paper, make sure your iron is on 265 or 270 Fahrenheit, and then start ironing each section for 30 seconds at a time. I let it sit there for 30 seconds and then I wiggle around for 30 seconds. Don't press too hard. Definitely the most boring part of the project, especially when you can't use your phone. If you do not have a pair of these, please get you some. They are heat-resistant gloves and you can find them on Amazon. Here I'm showing that I'm going up to 270 because I'm bored and this needs to melt faster. I'm also using a mini press. You don't really need one of these, but it is convenient. Here we go, taking off the paper, taking off the tape off the back. Keep it though. Keep it safe because you're going to want to put it on the side you just ironed. I know, it's weird, but you know, it helps. Now we flip it over and we do it all again. Yay. I personally like to clean up a little bit while I'm waiting. Be keeping an eye on the beads though, making sure that they are melting evenly. Try not to let your paper come up too many times and re-iron because you will get a little bit of a glossy finish. It'll end up looking a little something like this. I mean, to each of their own, but I'm not necessarily a fan of the gloss finish. As you can tell right here, I'm focusing on the edges. They do tend to get missed. But don't beat yourself up. It's not going to be perfect. These bigger projects are so hard to melt evenly. But there's one guy that does it really well each time. You should hit him up for some more tips. His name is Perler Guy. If you press too hard, you will know it because you'll get masking tape stuck to the back of your project. Once you take care of that, put something flat on top and then something heavy and you're set. As you can tell, it's not perfect, but I have a lot more I'm going to be doing to this project to make it perfect. But hopefully this all helped. Just make sure it stays together when you flop it and you're good. For more tips and cool projects, follow @Ketas_Kandi. Thanks.